Hello, beautiful One Global Movement family. Good day and welcome again to One Global Movement, where we have decided wholeheartedly to come together to help children, women, and young people eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I know that some people are having challenges with the internet, but the good news is that a lot of people they go back to those videos, they are watching, they are making comments, and that is what we want, not necessarily being on here. It is good to be on here only when we're going to contribute. Otherwise, a lot of people are watching in YouTube and the population keeps growing on YouTube. And that is a beautiful thing. So thank you. The managing director is here. And sister, thank you so much for all you do on here and behind the scene. And we will continue by the grace of Almighty God move forward until we get things done. And so I have one important announcement to make. We lost one of our mothers in Rwanda that is taking care of children, more than 20 children. Especially, she will go to the streets and pick up children, and those babies that are abandoned, she takes care of them. So she passed away. And Melanie
Mukamugema.
Mukamugema is the one working with her in Rwanda and contributing a lot of things. So they are trying to look for who is going to take over right now. So let us wish her a good tribute and rest in peace for that mother. And I will be posting her pictures and information if they approve it. So, and then another good news is One Global Movement is liaising with people from other regions that are doing the same work that we are doing. And so in the future, we're also going to be talking about them here, advertising them because it's one of our programs here to support those that are doing what we are doing here. So that is the good news. So good things are happening, even if we don't see them on here. On here is just to pass the message and the information. But behind the scene, a lot of great things are happening behind the scene. So, as usual, let us commit our work, our purpose, our day, and ourselves into the hands of Almighty God. God of wisdom and generations, form us before you send us. Shape our hearts before the moment arrives. Anchor our values before the world calls our name. Teach us to grow in responsibility, not because we are pushed, but because we are prepared. Form our children in truth, O Lord, our leaders in integrity, and our communities and villages in compassion. May we not wait to be motivated to do good, but be so deeply formed that service becomes instinct and care becomes identity. Let our homes be schools of character. Parents, aunties, uncles, be adults of character. Our lives be lessons of courage, and our actions be answers when the world is in need, just as we speak this moment. We choose formation over applause, depth over noise, legacy over urgency, working behind the scene rather than being at the forefront. But when it comes to challenges, Lord, push us, prepare us to be at the forefront just like we are doing. Form us now. So when we ask, we are already ready. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sister. Very lovely, powerful prayer. And so we go right into our vision and mission for why we do what we do. Um, Vision and mission statement of One Global Movement, which we sometimes shorten to OGM. So, One Global Movement will support any organization, any group or individual that aligns with its global vision and mission, which is as follows. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with the tools and the sustainable solutions that will help them eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, help them build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and opportunities to thrive. Through global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and to build a future where every child can build on their own hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. So, together, through divine intervention, love, and a clean, safe, and valuable technologies, we can create a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any other condition that is not of their own making. This is possible. Our gratitude and thanksgiving goes to our divine creator, who is our ultimate provider and who has promised to supply us abundantly, not just for ourselves, but to do good works by helping uplift and care for all of humanity. So we thank everyone who supports OGM, and we wish us all success in our various business and world changing endeavors. And that is our vision and mission here in One Global Movement.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And today we have another big topic, as we always do. As Sister mentioned, it's formed before we're asked, and why some step forward naturally. And we're talking about formation versus motivation.
Yes.
So, as always, I just divided it into topics 1, 2, 3, and so forth. The first one is what I call the tap on the shoulder, which is the call. Think back to the last time you were in a group setting which required someone to step up. Maybe it was a stalled project at work or at school, or it was a volunteer was needed for a high stakes task. In that moment of silence, when everybody's looking around, who will it be? Before anyone is officially appointed, someone always speaks up, raises their hand. Someone steps into the vacuum. We often ask, what motivated them to do that? But today I want to suggest that we are asking the wrong question. It wasn't about the why in that moment, it was about who they are. So the title of this talk is Formed Before We Are Asked. It's the idea that leadership isn't just a response to a request. It is an internal identity constructed long before the opportunity ever arises. In part 2, we discussed the formation versus motivation. To understand why some people step forward naturally while others wait for a push or to be asked or to be delegated, we have to distinguish between two forces, formation and motivation. Formation is the who. The formation is the internal architecture of a leader. It is the slow, often quiet process of building a leadership identity through early experiences and core values. When a person is formed, leadership isn't a jacket that they put on. It's a natural extension of who they are. So they step forward because their internal identity aligns with taking responsibility. The motivation is the why. If formation is the engine, motivation is the fuel. We generally see two types: extrinsic motivation, which is outside, driven by external rewards like status and wealth and title and so on. Internal motivation is driven by personal satisfaction, purpose, or a sense of duty. While motivation can fluctuate depending on your mood or the weather or how you're feeling or whatever, formation stays steady, is who you are. It's why natural leaders have habits of discipline that operate even when they don't feel motivated, because they have committed to something. They have an internal locus of control. They don't wait for permission. It's that inner permission that you mentioned again. I like that, because they've already given it to themselves, that permission to do, to take responsibility, to act. And part 3 is the action first loop. Action first loop. Most people wait to feel like it before they lead. But those who are formed understand that it's action first, right?
Yep.
Modern psychology suggests that actions often precedes motivation, because stepping forward, these individuals create immediate momentum. That momentum triggers dopamine, which is the feel good chemical in the brain, which reinforces their willingness to lead. And so it becomes a loop. The more they lead is the more they get that dopamine. They don't step forward because they're braver in a vacuum. They step forward because they have a habit of initiative, of taking responsibility, as I say. They actually experience positive emotions from the role of leading. The blueprint for modeling then. But if formation is the structure of the leader, modeling is the blueprint. And we speak about modeling here all the time because we believe people are not formed in vacuum. Someone is modeling how they're going to behave. We don't become leaders in a vacuum. We are formed by the examples we see and we mirror. On the One Global Movement platform, we talk about modeling constantly because it is indeed the missing link in leadership development. When you see someone step into the vacuum with grace, your brain isn't just watching, it's practicing. It's seeing how you can model that. Your mirror neurons in the brains are firing, mapping out the how of how they did it. So modeling is what gives formation its specific flavor. We are the sum of the examples we've chosen to follow. By modeling leadership ourselves, we aren't just doing a job, we are providing the formative material for the next generation, the next person to step forward. And the training ground is number five. The birth order comes into play here in a way. Where does this formation start? For many here, it starts in the very first organization we ever joined, and that is the family. It starts in our families. Our place in the sibling sequence acts as a training ground for different leadership and identities. Firstborns, who are sometimes called the surrogate parents, often formed early by caring for younger siblings, setting an example. I know I was charged with that responsibility. You're an example. The others are watching you. You have to behave a certain way. So this builds high conscientiousness and reliability. They are primarily motivated by achievement. This is the firstborn, and preserving the status quo, often leading with an authoritative and structured style. And then the middle children, it's peacemakers, and that's true in my family, my middle sister, because the leader role was taken. They developed skills in negotiation and diplomacy. Their motivation is relational. They are the ones skilled at navigating different personalities within a team. The youngest children, they are the innovators. They were raised with less parental oversight. They are formed to be comfortable with risk. They are motivated by creativity and social influence, frequently challenging authority with out of the box perspectives. But there's a note of caution here. Birth order is a tendency, it's not a rule. It can vary depending on age and how the family dynamics changed, right? Factors like age effect or different parenting styles matter. However, the data shows a trend. Firstborns are approximately 30% more likely to become CEOs, leaders. And so becoming formed. So, what does this mean for us? If you are a leader, stop looking only for motivated people. Motivation is fleeting.
Yes.
Look for the formed. Look for the people whose habits and identity align with responsibility. And remember, we are models. We are all models for one another, and especially for the next generation. Your actions today are forming the leadership identity of someone watching you right now. So thank you, sister. Please add yours.
Thank you so much. Let me add my own little one. Otherwise, I think you already take on the whole thing, but I'll add mine my own way.
Please do, yes.
Our children need to hear from a
From
variety
different
of all of
perspectives,
them because
yes.
we learn
Absolutely.
differently, just like our children. We need to be models. That's the one and two sentences that I picked up. We have to be models,
We
and
do.
it starts from the home, and
It
that
does.
is what we hold here so dear to our heart. And we repeat these things because it starts from the home. It
Yes.
starts from the home. And before I even talk on that, let us begin with this universal question. Very important. Why is it that when a need appears, some people step forward just naturally, naturally. without even saying a word, while others wait to be pushed, to be
Mm-hmm.
persuaded, to,
Mm-hmm.
to be answered the why questions, or the way to be motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Now, form before we ask, formed. This already suggests that before you and I were even formed in our mother's womb, before we
Yes.
even came out, we were already formed. The only assignment that we were given is to spark these good characteristics that we were created with in our children. And that starts with us. That's why you talk about modeling. It starts with us, the parents and the adults in these that are around these children.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it always starts from the home, not from the schools, not from the friends, not from the community. It starts from the home. And this home is inside of
Mm-hmm.
us, like you
Mm-hmm.
said. It comes
Yes.
from the inside, not fleeting, like you said, from the outside. Because if we are depending on this motivation, we are depending on all of these things, it is going to die down. But if we truly model this kind of formation, the way that we were created and the children were created, guess what? They will go out there, they will experiment, but they will fall back on those good values that they were created within.
Absolutely.
So let
Absolutely.
now, is it confidence that some people just act naturally? Is it confidence? Is it personality? Is it an opportunity? Or is it something deeper, something already formed long before the moment arrived?
Mm-hmm.
We know that is something deeper, don't we? We do know that.
Yes. Yes.
At one global movement, like we always say, we have learned this truth over and over with everything that we are doing. People do not, and we continue to learn, even though we are parents. We also continue to learn these truths because,
Absolutely.
some distractions, something might make us deviate from the natural truth that we carry within us. And if we deviate from those truths, the children will not learn what they're supposed to be learning from us. So
Mm-hmm.
people do not rise in the moment of demand. They do not
Absolutely.
rise from the moment of demand. They respond from the depth of their formation, the way that they were created, the way that
Yeah.
we were created. That is why we don't just respond to things. We have to ask ourselves, is it worth my energy, my words and time?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
what purpose is this gonna do for me before we
Mm-hmm.
even do it? So the illusion of motivation is an illusion. That's
Yes.
how I understand it to be. It is an
Yes.
illusion. We live in a world that worships motivation. We motivate children. We motivate teams. We motivate communities. We motivate people to do more, be more, step up. But motivation is not a bad thing. It's not a bad word, but that has to come only when you are working from the depths of your heart. And then now
Mm-hmm.
somebody can just say, you know what, let me give this person a little push. Like we are doing here in One Global Movement, helping this population eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. But can we do it all alone? No. Somebody can just come and say, you know what, let me sow a seed, or let me sponsor a seed in a child, or let me sponsor a garden, or let me buy a garden tool, or let me put a book in a child's hand so that they can also read. So that is what we are talking about. Not that motivation is totally bad, no, but it has to start when we are working naturally without expecting that. So, but motivation is external. We should know that motivation is very external. And what is
Yes.
external? Faith, like you said, it
Mm-hmm.
dwindles. It dies away. Faith when pressure arrives. If you don't
Yes.
anchor yourself within those things that you've been created with, and you just depend on this one, say, "Oh, good job," "Oh, that," and then when
Yes.
they say it, you become depressed. That
Yeah.
is fleeting. When
Mm-hmm.
pressure comes, it will dwindle. When we talk about resilience, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are so resilient in the world. Even these young people are resilient. Think about the street children. The street children who can be so smart and resilient like the street children. Think
Yes.
about them. Or the
That's about.
bush children that live in the bush or have
Yeah.
lived in the bush. So those are the kind of things that we are talking about. It is because they depend first on the creator and what they were born with to survive. And that kind of thing will not go away. It just makes them more resilient and keep pushing forward. So motivation is very, very external. Motivation excites the body. Yeah, look at me. I have this number of likes. Look at me. Look at the number of people that are attending the show. Look at
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Motivation excites only the body. Formation
Yes.
anchors the soul. It
It
anchors
does.
your soul to say, whatever comes my way, whatever happens with what I am doing, I know that everything is going to come together for my own good. Do you think that we're doing this? We're not, don't you have some challenges when you're about to attend one global movement, one thing or the other comes, but
Yes.
you dig in your heels and say, I'm still going to do it because it is going to help me first, my children, my family, my village, and the world. And this is what makes us come here. Sometimes I don't want to, but when I think of what it's doing to me, I push up myself and I go. That kind of motivation that comes from you, from your inner self, is what
It
we're
does.
talking about. How do I
Yes.
get you to act? How do we get people to act? Now we talk about formation. Formation asks us, who are you becoming even when no one is watching you?
Exactly.
Who are you becoming? When no one is watching you or no one is telling you, yay, Mundih, you did well. So who are
Mm-hmm.
you becoming in that moment? Here is a truth we rarely say out loud. People don't say it out loud. Motivation can move a person once. Once. Formation moves a person for life, for your entire life. When you are
Absolutely.
formed well, you understand that when I am down in the valley, but I still know that when I keep on doing what I'm doing that comes from within me, I am still going to rise up and I'm still going to get to where I'm supposed to be. And you're
That's
going to
good.
take those values as learning, teaching moments that
Very
will
true.
still that is building on your formation. Because formation, you have to keep working. We have to keep working on it. So what it means to be formed is that formations happens quietly, quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens in homes, just like you said. It happens in our homes, within us, before headlines, before they broadcast it in the news. It,
Yes.
it happens in values
Mm-hmm.
before visibility. What are your values?
Yes.
Before you sin, don't let people see you before you start going to form what you did not form or what you did not work on, because you already have those things. So, and it happens in discipline before people start
Very.
clapping
Mm.
for you, before the
Very.
applause come.
Very.
In character, before the opportunity comes. So formation is what remains when motivation disappears. That is how
Yes.
I can put it. That is what really remains. Like me, I would have given up on this, because if you know the kind of stones and words and sticks and everything that has been thrown at me, guess what? I will catch them, not really catching them physically. I will take them, say, you know what, this is happening for a reason. I am still going to do this. And I will step on top of them. And we still do. And that's what we are doing here. Otherwise, sister, look at 1 year now. Look at what we've been doing. And if you go
Absolutely.
to the YouTube channel and our other
Absolutely.
spaces, you
Absolutely.
see people, they're not just from one space, all over the world. They are watching one global movement. They are contributing, and people are calling and setting appointments to meet with us because they see what we are doing. It's not just here on the show. So a formed person does not ask, will I be rewarded?
Yeah,
Will
exactly.
I be noticed? Will this be easy? A formed person asks, is this time to is this mine to carry?
To do.
Is
Yes.
this my responsibility? Have I
Mm-hmm.
been prepared for this moment, even unknowingly? And so this is very, very beautiful. And sister, you've said it all. This is why some step forward naturally, not
Yes.
because they are brave,
Yeah.
but because they are shaped for responsibility long before the request arrived. So that is
Amen.
my contribution for today.
That
Thank
is
you.
brilliant too, and it's exactly it. It says it in another way, as you say,
Mhm,
because that is the crux of the matter, right? They have a different value system. People who
mhm,
step up, they are not looking for that applause. If it comes, it comes. Look at those people who are quietly going around feeding the homeless.
mhm,
I mean, they're out there in weather like this. They're going around giving blankets. Nobody's filming them. Nobody's going with them. They
mhm,
just know it needs to be done because they feel if I can save one life, because it's minus 12 centigrade here today. That's very cold. And there are people out there sleeping on the street, children,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there are people just as equally going with blankets and a cup of coffee or whatever it is. Because another thing about doing that kind of thing, not for the applause, is that the person who is receiving it, it mightn't be much, but they know that somebody cares. So it has this big value to the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a tendency here, wherever we see the homeless, we just look the other way, step over them, whatever it is. But there are some people who are running. It's like the firemen. They're running into the burning building. It's like these people. That's what they do. They're
Mm-hmm.
out there. Nobody told them to do this. They weren't elected to any office. It's a responsibility that needs doing,
Yep.
and it's going to be quiet. Nobody will see it for the longest time. Sometimes they do get, promoted or whatever. Somebody's filming and put it on. But for the most part, this is a quiet, thankless, if you want to call it, job.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an inner thing. It really is that inner permission, as you said. I like that phrase so much. The inner permission that they have given themselves, we've given ourselves, to do what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Mm-hmm. And sister, I will say something. Like we who are coming here, for me, by nature, I don't like to be seen because that's not the way.
Yeah, I know
And
exactly.
like you, and I know, and other people, you see these people that are doing that good work, that are right there, right now in this bad weather, because the weather is very bad here too.
Yes,
And so these people, the thing is, what they're doing for people, uh, if they are seen, because they want to pass out the information. If they
yes,
don't go out there to let people know that these are the services, this is what they're doing, they will not know. Otherwise, a lot of them, they really like to work in the background, I tell you.
yep,
And so we need to pass this information on. Go back to the YouTube channels, like it, subscribe, whatever, share. Let us get this information out, because
yes.
we're not just here doing the information. Remember, we are already working hands on ground. They are already hands on ground. I will post a video online of one global movement, young people that are building. They are helping people to build, okay, in
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
free.
mm-hmm,
And so,
mm-hmm.
and I had to ask one of the One Global Movement volunteers, Wasi, to spread the word out so that these young people, they will help, and they came out. They are helping. They're
Oh
helping
yes,
to
oh
build their
yes,
communities. So I'm
yes.
going to post that, and I'm glad that they sent me that short video so that we can share with others around the world, because some people actually sometimes they need that little motivation to start working on what the gift that they already carry within them that they didn't
Yes.
know. And
You know
sometimes
something?
because they don't know, it's because of war, it's because of hunger, it's because of a lot of things, it's because they can't even read and write, and they go like that.
And sometimes people don't think that their little things can mean something, but as I just said, it can't.
Yes,
Right?
it can.
It
Yes.
might mean the difference between somebody taking their life because nobody cares and somebody saying, "My God, somebody bought me a meal. A meal on the street can save
Yes.
somebody's life." Okay,
Right.
so
Thank you.
nothing is too small to do for another human being, so long as it will uplift them. Nothing.
Nothing. Thank you so much, sister. And thank you guys so much. Thanks to the managing director who is here. Thanks to our brother, Sunil. Thank you so much. If you guys have not put the big thumbs up, do so. But make sure, try to always go back, because that is our academy right there, YouTube and other social media handles, especially the YouTube, and go there and anchor yourself as the website continues to be built, so that we will come full round, so that the whole world will know what we are doing, and then can have some help for themselves. And thank you. Please do not post about our learning platform, the WWA, here on One Global Movement. Let's see comments that are, let me put it, let's see
Thank you,
comments
John.
that
Thank you, John.
are relevant to One Global Movement. Speak with her today. John, thank you so much. If you
Thank
can
you.
continue to do that so that we don't get in trouble, okay? So that is very, very beautiful for you to do that. Thank you so much, John.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much, sister, for saying hello to everyone. And you guys, I like this because people go and they will be replying to you guys' comments here in the
Yeah,
YouTube.
I know, I know.
We take time to read those things, okay, and
Yes, we
reply.
do.
So
We
it's
really
very, very
appreciate that.
important.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hashtag One Global Movement. And this is our our
Giving or donation side. Yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank you. That's our donation side. And for your information, people keep donating. They keep sending me email of people that are donating.
That's
And so
nice.
the only thing that we are waiting is the website so that we will create our own links, because Give to the Max is helping us, but they are taking a fee, which is good too, which is good.
Yes.
Just so
Yes.
you know, somebody just donated 2 years ago, but they keep donating almost every week, so which is very
Yep.
good. So
Yep.
this is going to help us to start printing the T-shirts, and we're going to pass information out for people to start placing orders for their T-shirt or giving their sizes to us, so that we place the orders and start doing something with those. And all of us here too wear our T-shirts right here on the platform. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Please join our Facebook group. Thank you so much, John. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you. And
indeed.
this is the links to our Facebook group. Thank you, John, so much for doing that. This is beautiful.
It
This is
is.
just beautiful. And this is, please don't donate if you will to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart today or any day. Yes, it is all the time, John. That link, until we replace it with our own link, this is so beautiful because they are using that link. Some people that were not ready during that time, they are still donating
Yeah,
because
they're ready now.
so we are getting ready to for next year. Give to the Max. We all hands on deck. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and new to StreamYard, please, if you are new to StreamYard, you want to use StreamYard, when you subscribe, they will send $10 to One Global Movement so we can help children. Thank you so
Yep.
much.
Yep.
Yes, gratitude action, hashtag gratitude in action, and hashtag no child will go to bed early. Hashtag no child will go to bed early. No child will go to bed hungry, John. No child will go
Yes.
to bed hungry. Hashtag JJB Teen Man. Hashtag Big Hat. Hashtag I am the Teen Man. Hashtag Heart for Humanity. Yes. Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag Speak with Heart. Hashtag Education Young Girls. Hashtag don't forget don't
Don't
forget about
forget
the
the
boys, John. Yes,
boys.
I know you're standing up for boys or for both. That is so beautiful. Thank you.
We won't forget the boys, John.
And
No.
our brother from the sunny Pretoria is here. Thank you so much, Brother Levy. We highly, highly appreciate you so much. I was talking about you the other day with another friend from South Africa who is not from our previous family, but who is also following us up. So thank you so much for being here.
Nice. Yeah.
And all right, we have Brother Yusuf. Happy New Year. How are you? Nice to see you again here today. We highly, highly appreciate you for your support and your love for women, children, and young people. And we have our beautiful Queen Nancy. How are you, sister? Thank you so much for always doing the work that you're also doing behind the scene. And thank you for taking care of our ambassadors.
Yes.
And I think that will be it for today. We are above the time. Thank God. We thank you guys. We'll see you again on Thursday, sister. And I think your conclusion is always a beautiful thing to give the people.
So I just want a little challenge, as you say, as you leave today, or if you're watching this on the Global Movement, One Global Movement channel later on, we would love to hear your story in the comments. Please share them. Are you the firstborn who learned to delegate, or you're the youngest who learned to build structure? Who was the model that changed your trajectory? Don't wait for the motivation to change the world to hit you tomorrow morning. Start your action loop today. You don't lead because you were asked. You lead because you were formed for that moment. And we're always saying we're born for such a time as this. Pretty much that's what that is meaning.
Mhm.
And as we always say, we're all leaders in different ways. Nobody has to be copying the next person. Just be persons of integrity and character.
Yes.
And do what's necessary. Just like I was mentioning a while ago.
Yep.
If you can feed somebody, feed them. If you can house them, house them. Whatever it is, that's what leadership calls for, because we have so much need in this world, sister. There's
Yes,
so much need.
we do.
So thank you, everyone. We really
Thank
love and
you.
appreciate your support.
We love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.